Brexit has made us an angrier and more divided nation, according to today's report by the anti-fascist campaign group Hope Not Hate. The report, which draws on polling of 32,000 people over the last 12 months by Populus and YouGov, and focus group discussions, shows the nation's mood is much more complex than just get on with Brexit, as Brexiteers repeatedly claim. Last week, Theresa May rejected calls for a final say referendum on the grounds that it could damage social cohesion by undermining faith in our democracy. The stark message from this study is that the damage has already been done. Only 20% of people trust this government to deliver a good Brexit for them, with Leave voters, 66%, almost as likely as Remain voters, 75%, to feel this mistrust. Created with sketch. Anti-Brexit protester Steve Bray, left, and a pro-Brexit protester argue as they demonstrate outside the Houses of Parliament. A pro-Brexit protester argues police surround the pro-Brexit protester after he confronted Steve Bray. A pro-European protester, a Leave supporter, is spoken to by a police officer as he argues with a Remain supporter, Steve Bray, outside Parliament. MPs in Parliament are to vote on Theresa May's Brexit deal next week after her December vote was called off in the face of a major defeat. A Leave supporter is spoken to by a police officer. Police look on as anti-Brexit protesters demonstrate outside the Houses of Parliament. Police hold back a Leave supporter. A police officer speaks with anti-Brexit protester Steve Bray. Police surround a pro-Brexit protester after he confronted a pro-European protester. Conservative MP David Davies, wearing a GoPro camera, speaks to anti-Brexit protester Steve Bray. Anti-Brexit protester Steve Bray, left, and a pro-Brexit protester argue as they demonstrate outside the Houses of Parliament. A pro-Brexit protester argues police surround the pro-Brexit protester after he confronted Steve Bray. Pro-European protester, a Leave supporter, is spoken to by a police officer as he argues with a Remain supporter, Steve Bray, outside Parliament. MPs in Parliament are to vote on Theresa May's Brexit deal next week after her December vote was called off in the face of a major defeat. A Leave supporter is spoken to by a police officer. Police look on as anti-Brexit protesters demonstrate outside the Houses of Parliament. Police hold back a Leave supporter. A police officer speaks with anti-Brexit protester Steve Bray. Police surround a pro-Brexit protester after he confronted a pro-European protester. Conservative MP David Davies, wearing a GoPro camera, speaks to anti-Brexit protester Steve Bray. Only 21% support May's proposed deal, while 47% oppose it. Overall, the findings undermine the arguments against another referendum. We are already a polarized country, with 58% of people regarding themselves as either a hard Leaver or hard Remain supporter. So much for May's talk of the country coming together. The cautious approach of both May and Jeremy Corbyn, as they try to hold their divided parties together on Brexit, appears to be turning off the voters. Strikingly, only 32% of people believe any of the main parties reflect what they think, with Leavers slightly more likely to feel unrepresented. This would worry both the Tories and Labour. Whatever happens in the Brexit endgame, it could leave them with a huge job of rebuilding trust. Not Hate is right to argue that, with trust falling in politicians and in the process, scraping together an unloved last-minute deal, without consulting the public, becomes ever more ludicrous and dangerous. It found support for a pause, with 42% of people saying it would be sensible to delay leaving the EU by a few months to agree a better deal with the EU and/or to hold a referendum. Some 43% support another public vote, but 38% are against the idea. Some 39% favor consultative citizens' assemblies as a means of finding consensus on the way out of the Brexit maze, support free-thinking journalism and subscribe to independent minds. The idea is attracting growing interest among MPs and will be proposed by the Labour backbencher Stella Creasy in tonight's Commons debate on Brexit, though it is unlikely to command a majority. Now that so much new information about Brexit has come to light since 2016, the public may be more hungry to have the final say than many politicians choose to imagine. More public debate, involvement and decision-making cannot be anti-democratic. The Independent has launched its